Well, what's going on today, farm fans? Um, if you'd seen my last video, you saw that I did an auction preview video, and the day after I shot that video was the auction, and I did buy something. Um, my wife and I had kind of a funny conversation about it. She knew I was buying it or going to attempt to buy it, and I inadvertently called it a piece of junk, what I bought. But it's not a piece of junk. I would classify it as crappy, which is, sort of a step above a piece of junk, right? It's really not that bad. But let's take a look. So this is what I got. The brand, I believe, is Newton Crouch. I believe is how you say that. It's a 5-ton, I think. It's a lime and fertilizer spreader. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a high crop model. These are pretty tall tires. They don't look like it on the camera, but they're pretty big tires. But it has some rust issues and a few other small issues to deal with. There's going to be some patching and welding and various things here, like this little handle thing, rusted and broke off. We'll have to do something with that. You can see some holes and things here that, we'll plate that and clean it up. And there's a little bit of rust down there, not on the main frame itself, but a little bit of stuff here and there that's got to be taken care of with it. So yeah, somebody left their garbage in there for me, but it has the nicer chain in it, for fertilizer. So it's supposed to do both fertilizer and lime, but I bought it to be a lime spreader, so that's kind of how I'm going to set it up. It says Co-op on the side because the sticker on the back, or there used to be a sticker or something here, and it was Farmers Cooperative something. You probably can't read that on there, but I believe it belonged to a co-op. So they had put the big letters on the side that says Co-op. So tires are in decent shape. Probably get away with them for now. I don't know if they have tubes in them or not. I didn't check, but a lot of the bearings and stuff seem like they're in pretty good shape. Let me go around to the other side and we'll look at a couple other things. There is a little bit of slop in these gearboxes back here. Oh, there you go. There's multiple gearboxes. So the way this one is driven is off the tire here. So you activate those two touch like they are now, and then this wheel spinning works everything back here. There's an upper chain here for the web, and then the chain that goes down below to the gearboxes that work the spinners. So this model has the ability to have a hydraulic cylinder on it, which would sort of activate or deactivate the spreader. This one for some reason didn't, and it has sort of this handle. You can see the original handle here, and then somebody welded on a piece of pipe, I guess maybe to try and reach it from a tractor or something. I don't know. That's all this nonsense is coming off, and we're just going to put a regular hydraulic cylinder there and run hoses up. I'm not dealing with some goofy handle nonsense. So there's some things to be fixed on it. There's some rust issues. Minor stuff. I'll probably spend 8 or 10 hours fixing it, which to me, it's not really that bad. I normally wouldn't buy something that needed this much work, but any of you that have smaller farms and smaller budgets, if you've ever tried to buy one of these things, the nice ones like Field Ready, good condition, maybe a tiny bit of rust here or there type of thing, they're $7,000-8,000, sometimes 12. I don't have that much money to spend right now. I didn't want to spend that much money because honestly I'm just going to use it for lime, and so it'll get used every year, but it's not going to be out in the field all the time. Like, I didn't need a big fancy expensive one. And yes, I know you can rent lime spreaders. I've done it in the past. I never had any issues with it, other than the closest place to me is 45 minutes each way. So honestly, by the time you get over there, you do your paperwork and everything, and you take your time on the way home, and you have to take the thing back or whatever, you know, you end up losing half a day here and half a day there. Plus, they kind of like you to, well, you have to buy the lime from them, which is a lot more expensive because they mark it up. And then, you know, they give you some leeway on the spreader, but they kind of like you to do your thing and get the spreader back to them so they can rent it out to the next person. And that's the biggest issue for me, is I have so many different things going on. You know, I might spread lime for a couple of days, and then I might not do it for another 3 weeks, and then, you know, I have time again. Okay, so I'll spread some more lime, or I might do some in the spring, some in the fall. Like, it's all just based on how my schedule is. So I am not going to be spending hours and hours and hours trying to run over there, get a spreader. 3 weeks later, go get another one. So to me, it's just easier to own my own spreader. So I paid just over $1,000 for this, which to me isn't that bad. You know, if I put $2,000 or $3,000 into it, you know, say I'm at $4,500, it's still cheaper to me than having to spend that $7,000, $8,000 on a spreader that is ready to go, even if you factor in my time there. So that's why I went ahead, even though it's not in as nice of condition as what I would normally like to buy. That's why I went ahead and bought it. Just, you know, for the cost savings, and, you know, we'll put it in the garage and make some project videos out of it. So, but yeah, so there it is. It is missing a jack too. I think the jack was bolted on. You can see here. I'm not sure. It might fit there. It might not. But I think that bracket was originally turned around to the outside, and then when they put this goofy handle on here, this has to be able to come all the way down, and it would have been in the way of the jack. So I may end up moving that bracket and flipping it so the jack's on the outside again. I don't know, but like I said, that ridiculous handle thing is coming off of there. So, yeah, so there's my great auction purchase. Like I said, it's kind of crappy, but we'll work with it. We'll make it decent and make it usable for me. So if you have any questions about the spreader, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are, and if anybody has found a reasonably priced spreader anywhere. I've been looking. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.